Hello again, listeners, and welcome back to the Kotu Classic. Listeners and viewers, so yeah, this is a bit different for us. Today we are recording Game Week 4 preview. It's about 7:45 here on Wednesday in the US. Today we have a special guest, Mr. Alfred.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, big guest, big guest. We have big guest today.
Big guest, huh?
Yeah.
Boy. This one, I'm sure, is the lowest rated guest we've had for sure.
No,
for
really,
any
no,
week.
no. we were supposed to have you last season, but then I think something happened. We couldn't get you on. Remember your
Yeah,
brother?
I think I was supposed to be with Chris. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I remember
Yes,
now.
yes. We were supposed to come, but
Yeah.
it would have been better to come last season, to be honest.
Yeah, you were having a good season.
Yes, it
You
was
were
better for
flying.
sure.
Yeah.
It was better for sure.
Yeah. So you are recording from Gambia. What time is it over there?
Now it's 2:50 in the afternoon.
on Wednesday. Chama, from
Exactly.
Japan, my co-host. Still Wednesday?
Still Wednesday.
Yeah,
It's true that.
Japan is
Yeah, well, it's almost midnight here. It's
Yeah, it's
23:50. So yeah, almost midnight.
Wow.
Crazy world.
Different lives.
Japan is always in the future. Yeah, as always. So gentlemen, today is a three-man pod today. We're welcoming our guest Alfred. Hopefully, this will be a first of many guest visits to the pod or to the panel. So let's dive straight into the results for Game Week 3. I'll just go through them and then we'll have some talking points to discuss in the next screen. Chelsea played first. They beat Luton 3-0. They look really good. You can see an XG of 3.41. So I was happy that my assets did well. So I'm not sure about other people. But yeah, Bournemouth 0-2. They lost to Tottenham. Arsenal drew to Fulham. Very enticing match. Surprising, but yeah. Brentford 1-1 Crystal Palace. I mean, as we have a lot to discuss about Arsenal, so we'll leave that for the next slide. We don't know what's going on, but hopefully somebody can explain better. Everton lost again to Wolves. Manchester, we escaped losing to Nottingham Forest. We won 3-2. Brighton lost 3-1 to West Ham. Very surprising indeed. Burnley lost to Aston Villa 3-1. Sheffield lost to Man City, of course, 2-1. And then Newcastle lost to Liverpool. This one, I'm sure you guys have a lot to say, right? Liverpool fans.
Plenty. Don't worry.
Yeah.
There's a lot to say about that game for sure. Many talking points.
Yeah. We'll discuss that in the fan corner since today is 2-1, 2 Liverpool fans and 1 Man U fan. So you guys have a lot to say. Okay, moving it along, the talking points. First things first, Haaland second season syndrome. My main guy here, Mr. Chama, has decided to bet against Haaland, which is very, is bold. So, and
it's working.
It's working.
It's working for him, huh?
We don't know whether it's
to be honest.
Yeah, we don't know whether it's the same situation with whether Haaland is betting against himself or what's going on. Chama.
I could just imagine if Chama had Haaland, he would have been like first, like even with the points he had.
Yeah, so it's like we both most FPL managers know what Haaland did last season. We are expecting that it will flip. You know, first season you struggle, second season you do well, but it's like the other way around this time around. So Chama, what is your thinking behind this Haaland dip in form?
I don't feel he's deep in form. I think he's not scoring goals. I think he missed a few chances because as far as I'm concerned, the most important thing for a striker is to be in the position to get the chances to score goals. Like I say, in the last game, he had 4 big chances. So on another day, he would have scored a brace or something. And likewise, in the previous game against Newcastle, he also had a few big chances. It could have been more. In the first game, likewise, he had a lot of chances. So the only thing is his conversion has not been on par with what he was at some point last season. But there were periods last season too when he was not scoring at the same rate. So yeah, I think he will score. He will punish me at some point. He will punish me, and But it's interesting that whenever I watch him play, he doesn't seem to score goals, and whenever I'm not watching, he seems to score a lot of goals. I don't know what is the correlations there, but seriously speaking, I think it's just a matter of time before he starts, banging them goals in. I have no doubt about that. It's just that I'm without him this season, but I have no doubt that he will become a very good asset for
You don't have maybe your wild card. You can get him back with a wild card.
No, I have decided this season. Actually, I actually decided not to play with Haaland this season.
So
yeah, it's
no
like
Haaland.
I will play the whole season without Haaland. Yeah,
it's a challenge. That's
because the point, the idea behind that is actually the price. What I told Bruce was, he's 14 million. No player has ever cost 14 million in my time watching play in FPL, for example. And now Haaland is costing 14 million. But last season, despite his 14 million cost, last season he scored 36 goals, but that did not elevate him to have like the highest number of FPL points I've ever seen. I've seen players score more FPL points than him with a cheaper price. So for me, it's hard for me to, justify the price tag at 14 million, because if I can get captains who are getting closer to his points, I think he acts as just a normal pick in my team instead of a captain pick.
Yeah.
But having that player who gets him regularly the same similar number of points is very difficult to do. But I'm just backing myself to try. So I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but I'm just backing myself to try and try to match him at least over the course of the season, captain-wise, and then see what happens. But unfortunately, the rest of my team are not doing well so far in the season. But yeah, for me, generally, Haaland is going to come good. He's going to score. He's going to be the leading goal scorer in the league. If you ask me, if I'm going to bet on someone, it's going to be Haaland. But that doesn't mean that you cannot play FPL without him. That's just the point.
Definitely. Okay, Ange-ball and Spurs flying. Alfred, have you watched Tottenham play this season?
I watched the last game that they had. They looked exciting, to be honest. That's why I was a bit shocked that he went for second, a second team to play in the Carabao Cup. But with Spurs, the thing is now the focus is not on Kane. That's the only positive they have, And when the focus is not on Kane, so now they are playing free football. Before it was pass to Kane, Kane score, and Son. It was the two main players. Yeah. Now that Kane is gone, they're looking for a striker now, as you can see, like on Twitter and stuff. They're looking, but now they just have to. Yeah, they need a striker. To be honest, they really need a striker, and I think if they get a good striker, I think they can do something in the Prem, like at least top 5.
So do you which of the assets do you think you are keeping your eye on and you might bring in sometime?
It has to be Maddison. For the price, it's Maddison. Like because he's looking very lively and he's playing very forward also. And now that Kane is gone, he's on set pieces also, Maddison, it seems.
Okay. Then moving on to Chelsea. We know Chelsea keep on buying everybody. Even if you are a footballer now, they will probably put in a bidding.
They will buy you.
Yeah, but sorry, but before you move on to Chelsea, let me just point one or two things about Spurs as well. That is like it's not just Maddison. I think their defense is looking very enticing. We saw Udogie. I think he was a very popular player ahead of preseason, and he got the assist in the last game. Pedro Porro against United, he was looking very good, and then he started back-to-back games. So there are two fullbacks, they are flying, bumping up. The goalkeeper too is making a lot of saves. Vicario, it's just the 5 million price tag. Do you want to get there to him, to that price? And now, of course, the striking situation is a problem for them. Without the striker, Richarlison haven't done what we were expecting of him or what Ange is expecting of him. But maybe they will persist with him, and once he starts banging, so it maybe, because he's a good player, to be honest. When he's on form, maybe he might do something. But right now, I think Maddison is the main player. I just wanted to add.
I think
some players to watch.
I've read somewhere that Richarlison's minutes have been reduced gradually. I don't know what the problem is, but he seemed to do well in Brazil when he's playing as a striker. But then for Tottenham, he's not doing as well. Even Son, it's a hit and miss. I think he should probably be the one to step up when Kane is not there, but we're not seeing that. Maybe it's gonna take some time before he starts banging the goals. We all know what he's capable of anyway. So this is a new style of play for him. Yeah. So watch this space. We'll see what happens. But right now, Madison seems to be the obvious pick for FPL when it comes to Spurs. Everybody's favorite team to hit on, like I was saying, Chelsea. Like I was saying, Chelsea. Sorry,
Yes,
Alfred. Yeah, you were giving your thoughts on Chelsea.
yes. So I was saying that I believe they're going to be like Pep with with the subs and stuff. You're not going to know who's going to start eventually because there's more players coming in. I see, and Reece James is coming back, but I don't believe in this Chelsea team. To be honest, I don't think they'll make top four, and I hope they don't. To be honest with you,
that's the
that's my
that's the
opinion
Liverpool
on
fan
that.
talking, right?
No, to be honest, but they're just buying too much players, and I don't think they can play as a team. And I just believe that against Luton, they were just a stronger side. You
Mm,
know, with Luton, they're not used to the Premier League yet. You know, I think it's their first
yeah,
season in a while, and they don't even have stadiums. Huh? So the way it seems, the only player right now I would go for is Raheem Sterling.
definitely. Yeah,
That's
because
who I
yeah.
would like to bring in my team, but him and Chilwell, they are the ones that will move around for now. I don't know. I'm sure Chama has Jackson. I saw very interesting pick.
Chama.
Yeah, definitely. I think Chelsea. I think Jackson is gonna. He's looking scary for a striker. I think he could be a very good player for Chelsea. In terms of if you look at the game, he had a lot of chances. He did miss a few chances,
Yeah,
and I think at the start of the season, Jackson and Chilwell were the popular picks that people were going with and stuff like that. And then Sterling
exactly.
eventually, after the Liverpool game, everybody's saying, "Wow,
Hmm.
Sterling, what a player he has turned into become for Chelsea now." Because he did not have the best of season last season. Then all of a sudden, he played a very good game against West Ham. They lost that game. If you watch that game, you see that Sterling was like knocking on the door. And then all of a sudden, against what's his name, Luton,
Luton,
he
yeah.
exploded, scored a couple of goals, got the assist, and now, yeah, people are jumping on him. I have already jumped the boat. That boat. I think when we talk about my team, the transfers I
Yeah,
made and stuff like that,
definitely.
you see that because for me, like last week, I regret not moving for him last week because last week we were here, me and Bruce talking about Starling. Like Starling was
Yeah, we
looking like
should
a
have moved
different
for
player.
him,
He's
yeah.
looking like
Yes, he did
yeah,
look very sharp, to be honest.
yeah. So yeah, but
And people keep forgetting he's young now. He's only 28, so
He's
he
not
still
30
has a
yet.
he's
lot of time
Yeah,
in
still
he's
him
not,
to play.
yeah, definitely.
He has a lot
exactly.
of time.
Definitely, and Chelsea. Speaking of the game against Luton, I know Luton are a team that's new to the league, and they are having a good fixture again coming against Forest, who was very good against United. Forest have been good in their games against Arsenal. They are
Yeah.
very good too as well, and they won the other game against Sheffield United, I think. So yeah, it's a good game for Chelsea, but it's gonna be a tougher test than Luton
Hmm.
was. Yeah, nothing to get carried away with, but I think the Chelsea have some very good players like Enzo Fernandez, even though he missed the penalty against West Ham, maybe not an FPL asset, maybe an FPL asset because he's just 5 million if you look at the price, and he's on all the asset pieces and stuff like that, so he could be. But just for football purposes, he's an exceptional player. If you watch him, the
Yeah,
progressive play that
Enzo is a
the way he
beast,
plays
I
against
believe.
Chelsea, yeah, Chelsea has some things missing in their team. Jackson is unproven, but he's excited. If he's exciting. He's really exciting, in my opinion.
He's very
Bruce,
similar to Darwin, as
yeah,
I think, with the way they play, the way they run with the ball.
He
Because
is,
I
yeah.
saw like the way he started, with the misses and stuff. It reminded
mhm,
me. But I believe if he gets his form, he's a beast. I think he will score. Jackson.
yeah,
And I think
mhm,
now is the best time to jump on Chelsea because they have one of the better fixtures in the league right now for the next few games. Maybe after then we will
yeah,
start looking at other assets elsewhere. But for now, I think this is the time to jump in now because if the fixtures turn, then other players will have better fixtures. So Luton, are they really a team to target at this stage, or because I mean Chelsea kind of struggle? They look really good against Luton. It's like Chelsea, if you watch only this game against Luton, you would think that they might be winning the league or might be heading for top 4.
Yeah.
So is Luton
True.
the team that we should be targeting for teams that are playing against them, or?
Yeah, Luton, I think they are looking like a team an easy target. They are struggling in the league big time. They lost a few players when they came up, some key players, because they sent a lot of players on loan when they were in the championship. Players like Cody Drame, who went back to Leeds, and those are their key players in that league. So, and then it's a team that has not been in the Premier League for a very long time. So it's going to take them time to gel in. And let's not forget too, they have not played a game at home so far this season. They have only played their away fixtures.
Away games,
so, yeah. So I don't know how they're gonna look like when they play at home. So this weekend they're gonna have it's an away fixture, right? They have another away fixture.
Yes, away.
Another away fixture. So it's difficult to gauge. But I think for now they are a team to target because they are trying to settle in the league.
Yeah.
So it's a good team to target for points, FPL points.
They will always give problems to the big teams. They will. It's the Premier League. I don't think they're there for a reason. They will give. I'm sure with Liverpool they will play like prime Barca, as usual. Whenever we play these bottom teams, they decide to play like the best team in the world. I'm sure Chama, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. Just like what's his name? Bournemouth did the other day. They did well.
Exactly.
Yeah. So moving on to West Ham. West Ham is looking like a different team, this time around. We were expecting because they sold one of their best players and their captain in Declan Rice to Arsenal for a record fee for like 2 weeks. I think £105 million. And then, we expected they would struggle. They came in for McTominay and Harry Maguire for about 60 million combined fee, but we turned them down. I don't understand why, but that's money for them. And then they beat Brighton 4-1 at home to Brighton. So it's like it's a bit
3-1,
3-1, right? 3-1. So
yes,
what do you guys think of West Ham? And they've also signed Kudus. We all know that Kudus is like one of the top guys, African players that excelled. So only 22 years?
Yes, I think he's 22 or 23.
Yeah, he's pretty young. Yeah, he's pretty young. So this just strengthens the team. So what are your thoughts on West Ham? And what assets should we be looking at when their fixtures turn?
With West Ham, to be honest, you're forgetting one more signing they made, Ward-Prowse from Southampton.
Yeah, he is doing exceptionally well. I forgot to mention him.
Now, this guy is someone I would have also taken at Liverpool. He's very talented, to be honest, with set pieces, assists. He's always been a star, really, for Southampton. And Southampton are also very lucky, Southampton. West Ham are lucky the City didn't go for Paqueta. But this guy also can play. He's a really good midfielder. And you have their striker, Antonio. He is another. He's scoring goals. That's the truth, to be honest.
I feel they need a striker.
So he's another one we should look at.
Striker. They need an established striker because the guy that was there last season, he also left. What's his name?
Who is it? Is this Scamacca?
Scamacca, yeah. Even though he didn't do as well, I think.
Scamacca, yeah.
Yeah, so they need reinforcements in the forward.
For Scamacca, I think he was a completely different type of player to what they
West Ham play. That's it.
I think if you watch what's it called? Footballers podcast.
Antonio, the podcast.
Antonio the podcast. Antonio is there. He says exactly like that. Because David Moyes, what he expects from his strikers is to do the dirty job, dragging out defenders left, right, and center, just hustling there. You don't have to necessarily be the goal scorer. Similar to Liverpool when they had Firmino, he was different type of striker. Everybody will complain about Firmino not scoring a lot of goals, but Liverpool were always happy because of what he offers in general. He was a very good defensive player, but also he was very good in linking up play. He was the player who unleashed that Mane and Salah partnership that made them excel very well. It was because of Firmino. So those kind of things, So Xhaka was not just the fit for West Ham, but I think I agree with Bruce that West Ham might need a striker. I think Antonio is just one sprint away from doing his hamstring again, and then they will be left with Danny Ings, who is also now reaching an age where you will not expect you cannot rely on him. So they don't have a reliable striker at the moment in time. So a striker would do. I think they were following Bolaga at Arsenal, but it seems he's going to Monaco. That Arsenal kid. I'm so disappointed that he's not staying in the league because he could have been an FPL asset at 4.4 million now. So yeah, but West Ham, I definitely need a striker. They might get someone in before the end of the transfer. They have shopped very well. Kudus can play as a striker because he
He
did that
can, yeah.
last
He play
season.
multiple
Seriously,
positions. Yeah, he
Yes,
can.
I think that's the
as a
plan
striker.
when they sign him
Mm.
to play as
Yeah,
a striker.
but to be honest, I like him to play as an attacking midfielder. Like he's a very good ball driver and stuff like that. He can even play as a defensive midfielder. You know that guy is so versatile. Kudus. That's where he started. He started playing as a defensive midfielder. Then he started moving up. You play him striker, he will tell you, I don't want to play striker. He don't like playing striker,
But he
but
can.
he
He's
is very good
intelligent
at
Yeah.
playing
enough to
striker.
play there.
But he
Yeah,
can
that's
play that
just,
position.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Um.
interesting thing, West Ham.
Okay. So Arsenal, this one is it's a bit weird because last season they took everyone by surprise. They were just like plugging away, beating teams, But now it seems like I don't know what's going on. We have the issue with Saka. He was on pens for the first game. I think the second game, Odegaard took the pen, so everybody was confused. They were thinking about transferring him out. And then this game week, he was on pens
He
again.
took the
So
penalty.
what's going on with Arsenal? Like, are we safe? And it seems like we used to have a lot of options with Arsenal. The defense was set. We had a lot of options up top too. We could do with like 5 Arsenal assets last season. This time around, we can decide to see which one is like the best one to go with apart from Saka. Any thoughts, Alfred?
With Saka, I saw with the last game, I think he gave the ball to Odegaard. I think it was just
Yeah,
a gesture situation that happened,
Mm,
yeah.
And I don't think the manager was happy with that. I heard something like that on Twitter that the manager did not expect that to happen.
yeah.
So and so I think in the next game when he got it, I think he just decided that this is mine. He wants to keep that one, and it's better for us FPL
It
players because
is.
I'm
It
sure
is. It is.
we all have him. So we need him to, and we were all very upset that he gave that penalty to Odegaard last week. So very very upset to be honest.
Apparently, they said Odegaard asked for it because they had some. I think in preseason they had some penalties, and I think Odegaard scored more penalties, so they had this discussion. That, can I have it since I'm also good at penalties, and they
Okay,
gave it to him. But I feel like as a
but I
penalty
think
taker, yeah, you it's your responsibility. If the coach says that you are the one that's on pens, if somebody misses, it's your fault because you are the ones that are supposed to take pens. That's why I used to respect Jorginho in Chelsea. He doesn't want to know whether you ask him for the pens. He's
you
not
will
giving
just
it to you.
take
He's
the
just going
ball
to take
back.
the pens and score. Yeah. So I think it's a responsibility for a player to do what the coach asks of you. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. But I, I, I think I feel pointed that I think I was a bit angry. I was not happy about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he in the end he said it was about responsibility. Like it's about he trusts his players to take up responsibility in the pitch and stuff like that. So if somebody feel confident about the situation, he feel they are like responsible people. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever they do it for the better interest for the club for the team. Like Odegaard had a good feeling about the penalty, taking the penalty, and then he
Mm-hmm.
told Saka about it, and then Saka just give him the penalty to take it. Uh, of course, if he missed, then Saka would have been the player to
Yeah.
blame for that.
Yeah.
To
But at
blame.
the end of the
Yes,
day,
that's true.
Saka could have taken the penalty and missed it. At the end of the day, we can never tell who would have missed the penalty or who wouldn't have. But of course, I think having that responsibility and then taking them sometimes sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. It's just penalty. Haaland is the most reliable scorer in the league. He had the penalty this weekend and then he missed it. It's just it's just like sometimes we just put narrative or we just put too much about penalty things or stuff like that. But maybe sometimes it's not necessary, I
Uh,
think.
yeah. So also the form of Arsenal last season they were off. They started really well, and this time around they seem to
Mm-hmm.
be struggling a bit for like the output. Um, what do we think about that? Like, do we think it's something that is just this season? Like we were saying before we started, that Arteta is trying to figure some things out, or do you think they will get it right and then they will go back to their form because they are looking to actually win the league this season? That's why they invested so much money in Declan Rice and some of these
Yeah,
players
we are
like
looking
Havertz
to
and De
push.
Yeah,
Gea.
Yeah.
So the hope is that they want to win the league. Then, if you want to win the league, you have to improve on your last season performance because they finished second. They could have won it, but because they had some injuries, and that's their excuse. So this season, what do you think they need to do in order to win it? And why are they struggling so far?
That one, uh, I think after the first two games, we all sit and say Arsenal are looking very serious. They did very well in the first game. They did well. They did what was enough. They did enough to win that game against Nottingham
Nottingham
Forest
Forest,
2-1. Of course, they were leading 2-0, and then Nottingham Forest got one in the end, and then the thing gets, which is normal, especially at the start of the season. But as far as I'm concerned, the second game against Crystal Palace, that's a difficult place to go to. They went there, they won the game 1-0,
1-0,
defended
yeah,
very well.
with 10 men, yeah.
It was a very good performance from Arsenal. Yes, against Fulham, they did not perform very well, and many teams did not. Man City we could have been talking about Man City. They have started the season badly or stuff like that. But in the end, they got the win against Everton. They struggled against Everton. Of course, they will dominate. Arsenal, likewise, they dominated that game against Fulham, but they did not get the goals in the end. And of course, Arteta is doing his own things in terms of changing his team, trying to make them very unpredictable, playing. It's not fun for FPL. Right? If we are just talking about FPL, it's not fun playing looking at Arsenal. But also let's not forget they started the season, they shot very well, brought in Rice, brought in Timbers. Timbers all of a sudden one game in he's out for the season
Very
because of
unfortunate,
ACL.
yeah.
So they have disruption, all
ACL.
those kind of things. So all these kind of things will affect them. But generally, I think they will be fine. I think Arteta just need to, stop trying to be Pep too much, and then focus on what works for him last season, and then try to build on that. But he's trying to do too much changes in the team all of a sudden. Yeah, but they will come good. I think. I like the team. I like the project. So I think I'm optimistic about that one.
So you still feel like we should stick with the assets that we are known to do well last season, like Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli. Martinelli hasn't really done much this season. I don't know where it's because whenever he plays with Nketiah, it's different from when he plays with Gabriel. And Gabriel is back. I think he's fit now. He should be playing the next game. So yeah.
Yeah, for Saka, yeah, I think the penalty appeal, losing the penalty to Odegaard last week kind of lowered his appeal a little bit. But I think Saka will love him not just because of the penalties, because he's always involved, he's always playing, he's never injured, he always starts and stuff like that, and he's very consistent. At that price tag, playing for a team that attacks very well. So for Saka, I don't see any reason he has the penalties or not. I think for him, that was not the first point of appeal. The penalties was not the first point of appeal. It was the player himself. Martinelli, yeah, he started quite slowly.
Slow.
And he started quite slowly. Yeah, but I still, the season is still young. They started last season flying Arsenal, but the season is still young. I'm still optimistic about their prospects. And maybe next week we'll come here talking about, after they trash United.
We all hope. We can all hope.
It's not far fetched, man. Honestly, I don't think it's something that is out of the because we are struggling right now. Anyways,
I believe
go ahead.
If Arsenal just go back to their normal formation, normal team, I think they will beat United. Arteta just needs to just bring Gabriel back in. That's what I believe.
You keep it in, man.
We need Gabriel back, man. That's the truth.
Okay, so
Bruce, you still have Gabriel or he's gone?
Sorry?
Bruce, Gabriel, you still have him?
Oh no, he's gone. I'm out of patience now. Honestly, I think that was one of the worst stats. I don't know why. Normally, I don't like, because the reason we picked him in the beginning of the season was because he was never dropped. He's always present.
He played the whole season.
Yeah, and
that's what I was confused about. Even
so
all of a sudden he just dropped it.
73 games in a row started for Arsenal, and then the season started his bench.
Just benched, for no reason.
It doesn't make sense, to be honest.
We need points. One thing about FPL is you need your players to play 90 minutes or even close to 90 minutes so that you can be assured of getting points. So if they don't play, they don't get points. And the thing is, they are blocking someone who's at the bench who might get like a 10-pointer, and then you just commit to 1 point, and then that's it. It's annoying to see, man. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, I started 3 players didn't start, so that's why I had terrible week. 3 players didn't start for me.
The season is a different season, so we hope it gets better. Yeah. So
Exactly.
going to our game week 3 preview, we'll start with you, Alfred. We'll look at your team.
Team?
Yeah, you had 43 points. Take us through
Yes.
your players.
So we can start with Areola. We have 5 points.
Mhm.
I think that was my sub was Turner, so I think I went with a good choice there. And then you have Botman, Chilwell, and Estupinian. Midfield, you have Foden, Mitoma,
You
Saka,
started Botman
Buemo.
against Liverpool. Or was it
No, I
Burnley
did
and
not. He was
Botman?
on my bench. The guy was on my
Ah,
bench,
okay.
but the situation was difficult. And then you go to this Haaland and Joao Pedro, who didn't start. Foden didn't start also. He
Mhm.
came on and had an assist, which I didn't know why he didn't start
I think he was sick. They said he was not feeling well.
for City, but that's Pep and his business as usual. You know, Pep.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, this is my. Hopefully, we can have a better week next week. But yeah, this is my team.
Yeah, you also have Saka. Okay, Saka, Momo, and Salah. I think your choice of midfield is not bad. It's just maybe just a bit of unlucky. You're a bit unlucky.
Yes, I removed Rashford last week, to be honest.
Okay, that's a bad one. Who came in for Rashford?
For Buemo and Mitoma to come in.
Okay. Oh wow. Oh, okay. I see. They did not have good game weeks, Momo and Mitoma. But yeah. And then you captain Haaland and then Joao Pedro, who I took out of my team.
Yeah, sorry.
So
Yes, I think with
Go
Joao
ahead, go
Pedro,
ahead.
I think he will make it back into the team.
mhm. Yeah.
I'm hoping on him because Brighton didn't play the best against West Ham. Even though they had chances, but I have a feeling he will be brought back in. I think he was only benched because of Europe. They want to save some players so that they can have a good starting exercise for Premier League and the Europa. But I think they will need him. But we will see this week. This will be interesting transfer week for sure.
You actually took a hit to get 3 transfers. I just thought I just
Yes.
realized that you took a hit.
Chilwell I brought in for James.
Okay. Oh, okay, James.
And then Eze for Mitoma I brought in. And then Buemo for Rashford.
Wow, bold, huh? Yes. I like it.
I tried to go for something. It worked with the Chilwell, but my two boys, it didn't work for them, the Mitoma and Buemo.
Yeah, at least you're projecting in the next few weeks. So let's see how it goes. For the 3 points
Yes.
all out, game week rank of 4.9, like you can see here. I think you have a red arrow. Chama, take us through
Yeah,
your week.
it was a good week for captain because I did not, Alan did not do more than my captain. But that's the only positive I would say. Because if I look at my team, goalkeeper Tona, 3 points, Saliba 1, Chilwell, everybody owns him now. I was supposed to at least one
Mhm.
Chelsea defender, so it doesn't make any difference. Estepinan, yeah, he blanked because they lost. And I went double Brentford. Remo and Misa, they both blanked. Rashford, I kept him, captain him. He took a needless yellow card.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
get the bonus points. At least he could have made my week better because he was my captain. So if the more points he get, at least the more I get further from Haaland, which I know I have to pay at some point this season. Saka, 8 points, everybody on Saka. Foden, yeah, I was happy with the assist. Second half came in, a jammy assist for the winner. And Salah, yeah, the 5 point. I'm sure not many managers have Salah, so that assist in the final minute, it was good, and it also meant that Liverpool won that game
Yes. We
in
celebrated that
remarkable
one for
fashion.
sure.
Yeah, that was a big one for me. Jackson, yeah, 7 points. He scored two. So it was an okay week because I have a lot of players returning, at least 5 players in my team return. Just that I did not take full advantage of Haaland not doing well. So these weeks where he doesn't do well, I want to take advantage and boost my rank. Like last week, I did that. I did not do that this week. But otherwise, it was a green arrow. I moved from 900k to 600k. And I'm looking forward to the day that Haaland punishes me that I don't want to come back to the pot.
We were
Yeah, it
waiting
was
for that day for sure.
it was a good
We
week
were
for you.
waiting, hopefully.
And lastly, my team playing a 3-5-2. Of course, everybody is doing the same formation. Onana in goal, 0 points since we considered 2. I think I'm thinking of taking him out of my team. We'll see how it goes. And I have Chilwell
I
with
thought
6.
I thought you said Drogba is not your problem. You are okay with any keeper.
Yeah, but it's the price. You know, the problem with
The price,
the problem with me is the
exactly.
price. Like usually, if I have a 4 million and a 4.5, I don't really care. Man. But he's 5 million,
Okay.
and he was. And right
Okay.
now, if you see FPL, the regular keepers are 5 million. It doesn't make any sense. Like, and you have the premium keepers at 5.5. So before it was the expensive at 5, and then you have the normal ones
They
at
change
4.5.
They change the
Yeah, so
system.
it's like even the regular keepers are expensive now. So you mean I was
They
expecting more
are.
from
It's
Onana,
true.
but you know the way things are right now, I don't think we're gonna keep many clean sheets because we make too many defensive errors in games. So I'd rather save my 0.5 million somewhere, put it somewhere else. Estupinian 1 point. Guardiol, who I brought in this week, I was expecting that he would do at least keep a clean sheet, but you know, wasn't meant to be. In midfield, I have Bruno Fernandes still with 12 points, Martinelli with 2, Rashford with 7, Saka with 8 points, and then Mitoma with 1. Then up top, I have Jackson and Captain Haaland with 8 points. So I mean, it could have been better because Bruno got a yellow card, Rashford got a yellow card. Excuse me. Mitoma didn't do well, but I'll take the 54 points all out because the average was 44.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not bad. At least I got a green arrow because last week I was around 4.8 or something like that. So, yeah, not bad for a save, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Kotu Classic Mini League update. This week, the manager of the week is Kanai Shinozaki with 79 points. Bon FC. Wow, so congrats. That was a lot of points for when the game week average is 44.
So this week, for sure.
that is a move, man. Yeah, and top 5 in 5th we have Postman's Tingbomo, Tiengo at 195 from India. We are tied for.
It's from Australia. I'm sorry.
From Australia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Before he came,
the flag here.
he's from Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think I sent the second updated one, but yeah, never mind. Yeah, just go. It's from Australia. Just point that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Plantain, Thief, and BK City on 198 points each. So we are tied for third. And then we're also tied for first. So we have 18 with 200 points, and Cloptimus Prime also with 200 points. So it's already a stiff competition in the league, man. It's tough right now. And then for to keep ourselves accountable, we have the both of us are like I'm still outside of the 100, so you can only imagine how difficult it is at 110.
I'm below you.
Yeah, 113. We should have shown you 113. It's still close enough.
Below.
It's still close enough, man. You're just 113, so it's not bad. And then Chama is moving up. He's closing down the positions to top 10. Hopefully, he can be a flag bearer for the podcast.
Don't worry. And then you guys see me flying down.
No.
Which will come.
Last season, I held it down. I was holding it down because Chama was having a terrible season. This time around, he's going to be the one to reclaim the throne.
No. Definitely not this season. Definitely this season, I'm experimenting.
Don't tamper expectations, man. You're going to be there. Yeah. So that's the.
Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you. We're going to talk about Liverpool soon, right? Like Salah, the Saudis want to get him. If Salah is gone, just for hypothetical purpose, or like hypothetically, Salah is gone to Saudi. Kane has gone. Now I have decided to play this season without Haaland.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
So I have to play this season without a premium.
Yeah.
The whole season without a premium player in my team. So I'm just gonna be relying on players like Saka, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, this kind of
exactly,
they are good players.
Yeah.
But no premium player.
It's gonna be
that
tough.
Is scary.
It's gonna be tough.
This is why I don't want Salah to go.
But with this year, it doesn't seem like the premium players are the ones to even go for. You know what I mean? Because the 6.5 million ones in the beginning,
are doing
the
6.5
were a lot.
Yeah.
They are doing the job for people. That's the thing, to be honest. So, like, even with me, I have like 2 million in the bank, and I can still make some subs. But
no, definitely That's why you can accommodate Haaland's 14 million. That's why the 14 million, even if it was 15 million, 16 million, it will make sense because you can get
accommodate
the cheaper player. So, but in my case, I've decided not to get him, and I'm going to stick to that. So it means I cannot go there, and then I have to share the 6.5 million players with everyone.
5 million, yeah.
So to beat people from that is the difficult part. That's why just Salah not going. At least people are not looking at Salah now until he starts scoring. Like generally speaking, like compared to previous years, like 50%, 60% owned. Salah is around 20% owned right now. So I can, that's why I not opportunity for nanga. But yeah, without that, I'm quite scared about this prospect of Salah going to Saudi and then having to play the whole season without Haaland is gonna be very scary for me. But yeah, it is what it is. That's my plan this season, and I'm enjoying the game playing because every week I have some decisions to make. I have decisions to make. Yeah.
You actually have to play. You have to make like some tough decisions and like be on top of the stats and see which player is emerging in the template, and then beat everybody else those players. Yeah, it's good, man. So jumping into fan corner, I think I'll start with Man U since I have less to say about my team. Every week it's getting worse and worse. I don't feel happy speaking about Man U. Like I said before, last season was beyond expectations. We had a new coach, and the team just did really poorly the previous season before. And then coming into last season, we didn't have much expectations, and we finished third, which is like a major like overachievement for the team. And then, in my own perspective, I feel like this season should have been a season where we step up and improve upon what we like our last season performance. But it seems like we are regressing. We don't know what's going on. The coach brought in a new type of play. They say they want to be the best counter-pressing team. We don't see that happening because we don't have the type of players that we need. And also, he wasn't backed in the transfer window. The players that we identified, most of them, waited until they couldn't anymore and joined other team like Kim Min-jae. Now Varane is injured. Luke Shaw is injured, which I believe is like they are fatigued because last season they played almost all the tournaments. Everything. Yes. And we were going in with the same team, using the same thing over and over again. It's a surprise they were not injured last season, So now it's an after effect of what happened last season. Now they're getting all these muscular injuries and stuff like that. So, and we are in all the competitions. So how is it going to work?
I think your team will be fine, though. I think with Maguire stepping in, I think it should be okay.
Maguire, we don't want him in the team. What are you talking about?
Who else will play? Lindelof? I think you have Lindelof,
is going to play, yeah. The problem is Maguire.
No, but you have to, man. England captain has to start. If those two are injured, you cannot not start him.
That's not Man U's problem. That's England's problem.
Because it doesn't make sense to why they're not selling him. You know what I mean? Why not sell him? If they're not selling him, then he's going to play. They've told him that you're going to play for us. Don't worry. That's why we're not selling you. That's the only reason that
we accepted the bid from West Ham, £30 million.
West Ham.
Yes. He didn't want to go because he felt like
he didn't want to go.
He's on high wages, right? So I think they were. I'm not.
He's gonna drop.
Yeah, I don't have any proof, but he was on big wages, and then Man U was supposed to pay him, like give him a payout to offset the wage gap with West Ham they were going to give him. So like it's a if he wanted to go, he should have gone because the coach clearly took the captaincy from him. And then he wasn't the starter since last season. So if
it should have been assigned to him.
Yeah,
it should have been assigned. Just go and start at West Ham, play your football.
Definitely. And they were going to give him the captaincy. They said that Moyes said that he was going to give him the captaincy because he's a good player. He just doesn't fit the style of play that we want to play. And it's unfortunate because it's not his fault. He was there before the coach anyways. And so now it seems like I think Man U told West Ham that he's not for sale because we have injuries now in the team. And we need the numbers because we're gonna play in all the competitions. But I don't see him still getting games unless Martinez injures again, and then you have Victor Lindelof and Maguire like seasons of old, So if he's serious about his career, he should have moved. He should have made the move and just go to another team and have a fresh start, But like I said, we did well. Nottingham Forest, a team we should be beating at home like comfortably. We are down 2 goals and then we rallied. And 1-3-2. It shouldn't have been the case, but at least
they scored the first 5 minutes, 2 goals, right? 2 goals, first 7 minutes.
Quick. So.
But I saw that Onana was not the best in those saves there.
It was one of the goals. Yeah, he he should have
the
done much
one-on-one.
better. Yeah, he should have done much better. He also he's a new keeper. We expect more from him. You know, he came in to change the
Confidence.
play.
He needs the confidence.
Yeah, so
That's it.
well, we'll give him that. We'll be like he can get away with one of those because you know it's normal.
He's a confident keeper. I don't think that he has issue with confidence.
Yeah.
I agree with you. But anyways, let me just add one or two things I want to say. I think you when United fans complain about to Liverpool fans, we don't give us they don't give us the players we want. You know, we just call our mouth and then not say anything. Because yeah, if you see United, they just signed a 70 million striker, a 60 million midfielder addition. They are already going to go 50 million. You know, it's about did they spend the money right? I think that is the issue with Manchester United. Did they spend, for example, Mount? What was the reason for behind Mount signing? I know he's a top player. I think Liverpool were after him because Liverpool were looking to revamp their midfield and stuff like that. And then United got that one over Liverpool, and then Liverpool decided to go for Szoboszlai. But it was he the player that United won? Because if you look at United in terms of creativity, they are one of the best creating players in the league. So what kind of midfielder did they need? They needed somebody in between Bruno Fernandes and what's his name again? Casemiro. That gap between them, that maybe box to box midfielder, which Mount is not what he can because he has a lot of energy. So but what was the point for that side? Maybe you could have spent that money better on another midfielder. And I'm sure Manchester United will sign another player. They are talking to sign a new left back, Cucurella. I don't know, but he used to be a very good fullback. He might turn out to be a good one for United, and then they might sign another midfielder on top of that.
We need to.
So I think Amrabat, no?
He's been waiting for the longest time. Yeah, he's been waiting for a longest time.
Yeah.
We actually have FFP issues where we have to sell to sign players because we're not good at is selling players. You buy players at the premium price, Manchester United price.
You buy players expensive, yeah.
Look at like with Pogba even. Remember, 100 million you just sold him for nothing.
Second time going for free. The second time, like first time you actually went.
Sancho is unsellable right now. Sancho cannot be sold.
Sancho,
unless you leave him to go for free and then so that he can take a big.
We wanted Sancho at Liverpool. Liverpool wanted Sancho, but if he had joined, he should have joined us, to be honest. Because look at his mates, Haaland and what's his name? What's the other guy? It was him, Haaland, and who at Dortmund? Jude Bellingham, another one of our transfer people that left us.
I mean, to answer your question, Chama, is the coach that wanted Mason Mount. That's why I feel like having a director of football helps. Because coaches are coaches, they only see what is in front of them. They just have this idea of the strategy they want to play, you know. But if you have somebody else who's objective and say, okay, why do you want this player? This player doesn't fit, you know, what you're trying to do. He has this idea, like since when he was in Ajax, he has this idea that he Mount is the type of player that, you know, he attacks well, he defends well, but he's not like a midfield player. He's more of a 10, in my opinion, as a 10, you know. But
he's more of a Bruno, right?
Yeah, more of a Bruno position, but he wanted to, like the same thing, he did the same thing with Eriksen. Eriksen is actually a 10. And he brought him down to play.
And he worked. Eriksen worked. Because maybe because of the experience and all that, you know. And then last season he played in the 8, I think. The season before he came to United, he played the 8 for Brentford, right? He was playing Brentford played with 4-4 because Brentford played with 2 strikers. That was Nguemo and Tony. So he could not play the 10. He had to play like a
play behind.
Like that. Yeah.
But still, it's not his natural position. Like it's like you're using players that play out of position and bringing them to a midfield position, which for me doesn't really make sense. So you can see the first 2 games we suffered when Mount played. Maybe it's going to take him a bit of time to get used to that. But being a midfield in Manchester United is a bit difficult to do, especially you know, if you have one player like Casemiro who is not the most mobile player. He uses his experience to get around. You don't expose him like that. That's the thing. But
it cannot be exposed. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but I think I agree with you. It's difficult. Midfield, like transforming a different player to a midfield. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. Because, for example, sometimes you look at my team. Szoboszlai, he has never played as a midfield 8 or stuff like that. Like he was more of a 10 winger and stuff like that in his play. So I was surprised he was actually coming to play. And now he's doing really well. So far he's doing really well. So sometimes, but the mad one was because Bruno is a passenger when you don't have the ball generally. but he's one of the most creative players. You can compare him to Bruno. I know sometimes people do compare him to KDB in terms of creativity, even though I feel KDB is a little bit ahead, but he is very close to him. Understand? He's very close to when it comes to creativity. He's like the vision he has in him. So for Bruno, if you have that type of player, you just have to compensate his defensive like his defensive weaknesses, and then you give him more protection. Like you don't need to use him defensively; you just use him to find that killer pass, find that that kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's true.
Okay.
But Bruce, I have a question for you before we go to
Please, go
Liverpool.
ahead.
Yeah. That is the Rashford Bruno thing, because of course they both scored last week, so the hype will change. But ahead of last week, everybody was thinking Bruno Rashford. Is it time to let them go, Man United? And then watching the game, of course Bruno got the 12 points, Rashford got the 7 points in the end, 2 assists. Bruno 1 goal, 1 assist. You cannot carry them because of the amount of midfielders we have in this game. Sterling is Imagine, Madison is Imagine, the Buemos are there, the Mitomas, of course, the fixture is going to be, but Arsenal, you're going to have one Arsenal player at least. And then maybe if Liverpool image, somebody might want to have a Salah or something, Luis Diaz. Even if you don't go for Salah, you might want to go for Luis Diaz. So the midfield options, there's an array of options there. So many managers started with Rashford and Bruno Fernandes. So definitely they might want to sell one. Even the Arsenal players, Martinelli and Saka, you might want to sell one. So that where are you at when you want to let go of one of these players? United fixtures are torn. You play Arsenal this week, and then you have Brighton. These are quite difficult fixtures if you look at them in one way or the other. So what is your thought on Bruno and Rashford? Who is the better pick? And if you were selling, who would you sell? You have both right now.
Honestly, if you ask me, I would say it like coming off of the first 2 games, I wanted to sell both of them. Yeah, right? But like you don't lose your quality overnight. We know last season, like Rashford was exceptional, even though Bruno had a bit of a tough time. But this season, you can see that like Bruno is the creative force, like you just mentioned. And the thing is, our fixtures like against Arsenal is a difficult one. But Arsenal are not keeping clean sheets this season, right? So it's not like that they're defensively sound so far. Brighton are also not keeping clean sheets. So and then we have Burnley in game week 6, Crystal Palace, who are I think more difficult fixture than Arsenal and Brighton because they really defend well. And then Brentford, and then we have Sheffield United in game week 9. So we have a really good fixture up until game week 10 with Man City, which is very difficult. And then 11, 12, 13, we have Fulham, Luton, and then Everton. So I mean, like for a stretch of games,
good fixtures there. Yes.
Yeah, until game week 13. If it was me, I would say stick with both of them. But if you are to sell, I personally prefer to sell Rashford. I know it's a bit difficult. It's like it's controversial to sell Rashford. But the thing is, Rashford is like a streaky player. Last season, he scored most of his points in the first half of the season, compared to the second half. He would get a few points here and there. But the first half of the season, he was exceptional, scoring goals almost every game. Almost everybody had him. So he's that type of player that he builds. His performance is based on confidence. If he's on his game, like he's going to continue scoring for like 3 or 4, 5 games at a stretch. But he's still struggling. The first 2 games he played out of position as a striker, which he doesn't like doing. And the coach actually like Mount getting injured. I think maybe was a good thing for us because he kind of switched the formation back to the previous season formation where you have Eriksen and then Martial. The only thing is if Martial stays fit and then Haaland comes in, Rashford will continue playing on the left. But if those two are not available, then we have to go back to putting Rashford as a striker. But for now, I think I would prefer selling him and then keeping Bruno because you can see, according to Fantasy Football Hub, Rashford has 2 assists. Expected points, Bruno is supposed to have 21.7, Rashford 14.9. Bruno is missing a lot of chances. And he's also taking up those positions like as a second.
Not just missing, by the way. He's also creating chances that
he's also missing.
He missed 1 or 2 chances. But if you create a chance, it's not your responsibility to score the chance. The chance he created for Rashford, but Bruno did all he had to do. It was just about Rashford converting that chance. So his expected points that will count on top of that. So in terms of creativity right now, I think he's number 1 or number 2 when it comes to expected expected XGI, expected goal involvement. He's number 1 or number 2 in the league right now. So, and don't forget, the penalty thing is very important for Bruno. Last season,
that's also important. Yeah,
two seasons ago, what happened was, before Ronaldo came, Bruno scored 18 goals in that season. 9 of them were penalties. This season, maybe penalty is easier to have than last season because, like, if the referee makes the decision, there is nobody turning it back. So, like, the Rashford penalty was the dodgiest penalty I've seen the whole this season. Like, I cannot believe that the VAR did not, give the referee the opportunity to review that penalty. Because it was not a penalty for me. I don't know if you have different thoughts or stuff
Which
like
one,
that.
the Rashford penalty?
Yes.
Really? It wasn't? It wasn't clear?
It was not a penalty at all. It was a complete dive, in my opinion. And if you are watching the game as a United fan, this is similar to us Liverpool fans. Like last week, we did not want to see that it's not a penalty. So sometimes you just focus on and then enjoy the moment. Sometimes this kind of biases happens to us. Personally, it happens to me. And it's sometimes good to reflect and then listen to the post game, like listen to BBC live and where they discuss these things. Critique the situation and stuff like that, and then maybe you can. But for me, it was definitely not a penalty. The Rashford one, he dived. He bought that one, and then, like I said, VAR is not intervening because it has to be obvious for VAR to intervene. It is. There's going to be more penalties this season, in my opinion, based on that. And Bruno, let's go back to Bruno. Let's forget about the Rashford thing anyway. Bruno being the player who takes the penalties, all the penalties. Now there's no Ronaldo to distract him. If he's going to score 50% of his goals from penalty and his involvement in other things, I think Bruno is the better pick, in my opinion. Alfred, do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree. With Bruno, that's, to be honest, with my team that I'm looking at now, I have none of them. I have no Rashford and I have no Bruno. So, but you guys have actually convinced me that Bruno is the better choice. Because with this penalty situation, and even you were talking about this Rashford penalty, I was taking a look at it, and to be honest, I think it can be called. I wanted to just say that also. Because it's just a 50-50 in my opinion. I think
there's contact.
I'm looking at it now. The contact is very minimal. But with this VAR, I think because the referee made a decision and they saw that there was a bit of contact, they just went with it. But it could have been overturned. It could have been overturned, to be honest.
For me, I believe that don't put yourself in a situation where the referee has to call a penalty. If the player is in and is running, like Rashford is very pacey, if he's running and then a defender doesn't get the ball and he touches his leg, it's a penalty. Right?
No, but I get you. I get that point. But I think the PGMOL, they make things very tighter now in that way that, like, you should not give an easy foul. Like, not every contact is a foul. Like, not every contact is a foul.
We need contact. We need the contact.
You have to analyze the foul and see, okay, this player bought the penalty. Is he trying to do too much to win the penalty? Those kind of things. It's quite complicated. I know it's never clear, these kind of things. And it's a discussion that you will have that you will never come to a conclusion because everybody will have a different opinion about it. But yeah.
But it's a similar situation with like the Van Dijk red card, It's
just switch
with VAR taking a look at that. You know what I mean? It's very difficult to give that as a red, in my opinion. I don't think that's a red card at all. Because I think there's a rule that if you are going for the ball, it should be a yellow, as in if there's a foul. Because I saw something like that on Twitter, and that he was going for the ball 100%. You know what I mean? 100% he was going for the ball. He was not trying to foul the guy. He got the ball, but he had to go through the man a bit. I saw that angle. But I don't know what you think about that foul, Chama.
I think it's
about that one. After review, in the moment of the game, like I hate the red card. I don't know if it is because of this Liverpool or something like that. I hated it at that moment. But if you analyze it critically, from the rules of the game, like you say, if you are going to play for the ball, if it is in the box, you're going to play for the ball, even though it's a goal scoring opportunity, you stop it. It's not a red card, but that is provided it is in the box, right? Because they don't want to give you the double punishment of the red card and the penalty. So they will just give you the yellow card. But if it is outside and then you stop a goal scoring opportunity, which Van Dijk did, because to be honest, if
he was one-on-one, he was one-on-one.
Yeah, he was one-on-one with Alisson. Yes. So that's the thing. Even though I don't like it, still I don't like it. But I understand from the where the referee is coming from.
Exactly.
And where they cannot overturn it. And then after that, Van Dijk, I think he went mental, and then now he could be in more trouble than usual, right?
To be honest with you, is the last thing we need is that problem with Van Dijk going out for 4 games.
Yeah, definitely.
If that's the case, then we will actually need to sign a centre back urgently. Maybe I heard you were available, Chama, centre back for Liverpool. Maybe you can try something, but we really need a centre back. If he is going to be suspended for this long, I don't know.
You guys can sign Chama for a very good loan offer. Just
why not?
You'll do a job.
£2 million loan offer. Of course.
So there's this regulation and discipline update. I think I'll just quickly read it. Virgil van Dijk, excuse me, has been charged with a breach of FA Rule E 3.1 following Liverpool's Premier League game against Newcastle United on Sunday, 27th August. It's alleged that the defender acted in an improper manner and or used abusive and or insulting words towards a match official after being sent off in a 29 minute. Virgil van Dijk has until Friday, 1st September, to provide a response to this charge. So it can get pretty serious. It can get worse.
This has angered me even more. So to be honest, but
yeah.
And I saw what Van Dijk told the ref. It wasn't the insult wasn't directed at him, at the referee. It was just used in a sentence. If that makes sense. But Van Dijk, you could tell he was really upset and he didn't want to leave the field. But they should also look into the situation more, and hopefully no extra charge is done. But I highly doubt it. I think with this, I think it's going to be a ban.
Yeah,
I think so too. I think it's gonna be a ban. I think he's gonna be banned for at least three other games. I think he did not conduct himself very well in that moment. Last week we had a red card. McAllister had a red card. Everybody watching the game knew it was not a red card, but he conducted himself well. He reacted to the referee a little bit, and then that's it. He turned and went away. So sometimes you are the captain, Van Dijk. I think you have to blame Van Dijk a bit here. He's the captain of the team. He cannot change the decision. There is nothing he can do at that moment to change the decision.
Yeah, all he should have just left. To be honest,
of course.
Yeah.
Because we all play football sometimes too.
Emotions
sometimes keep because I can remember similar in my league here. I got a red card or stuff like that. I got the same thing, 4 games suspension because I was very angry with the referee because I don't know if there was a red card or something like that. So I would be a hypocrite if I say Van Dijk this, Van Dijk that. But to be honest, he did not conduct himself well. And but I understand his emotion. And I think he deserved this suspension, even though I'm a Liverpool fan. I think he deserved it. And it's just a precedent because you wanna protect the referee. Even though I don't like that referee, what is his name, Brooks? He was the one who did not let that player for
Gakpo, the stamp on the chest. Exactly.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you are a player, so you have to, you are the captain of the team. You have to conduct yourself very well. And Van Dijk did not do that in that moment. So whatever happened in this case, we just have to take it on the chin and then move forward.
In a more positive note, what did you guys think about your performance? It was down a man, and then you rallied back from a goal down to score 2 goals in 13 minutes to win the game.
Crazy game. This is one of my favorite games, to be honest, that I've watched in a while for Liverpool. Because of the red card, it made it even sweeter. And not only that, the fact that the assistant manager was shushing Klopp. I don't know if you guys saw that.
You saw that? He's the most popular.
This guy, he should just manage Newcastle. Or he should just leave the club because he wants to be the main man there all the time. That's the thing. But it was a really good game. Really. But you were saying positive. To me, it wasn't that positive because we weren't playing that well, to be honest with you. First half, we barely had a chance. Second half, even, it was just when Nunes came in that something happened. The guy just decided that today is my day, I'm going to score. Because any other day, you give Nunes that chance, he's not scoring. That's just being truthful. Because I know Nunes very well. These side shots, he always misses them. He shoots it wide or he kicks it out. But that's why we were all shocked as Liverpool fans. We were like, wow, what a goal. So it was a very, very successful weekend for us.
What about Trent's performance? I think he is having a very horrid start to this season. So what do you guys have to say about that? He's struggling, I think, in the defensive role.
With Trent, huh?
Trent.
But he could have been sent off, to be honest,
Was he lucky?
against.
Yeah.
But the only reason why I say no is because the first foul yellow they gave him, I would not have given that a yellow. He threw the ball back, but a Newcastle
He's
player
like
did the same
actually.
move.
It was a foul on him, actually, that one. 100%
Exactly.
a foul on him.
Gordon pushed him down. He threw the ball because he didn't get the foul. He was pissed off. He got a yellow. So, but the Newcastle player also did it, not like about 5 minutes later, he kicked the ball away.
Yeah.
Consistency.
No yellow card was
that's my
given.
issue. Like I don't mind all these new rules.
Consistent.
But be consistent.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Consistency.
anybody doesn't get a yellow card. Doesn't matter if I didn't see it or whatever. Like let it be consistent.
Yeah.
As a referee, every year something new happens. Oh, at the beginning they want to do this,
That's
and then
true.
at some point after they just discard everything and then go back to regular referee.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're trying to improve the game, but some of these cards they're giving doesn't make any sense. I'm sure each and every game that happens.
The rules they have they have completely killed. They are about to kill the game. Like I don't know. Like what is the referee's name again? That's Ballhead. So Webb. Howard Webb.
Howard Webb, Man United legend. Howard Webb. Wait, this guy don't. If you bring him around my dad gets very angry. He doesn't like this guy at all.
But speaking of Trent, Bruce, I think he has had a very, very bad season. It was bad start to the season.
Yeah.
His performances have been very bad. 2 games in a row, he's costing Liverpool a goal against Bournemouth. It was his lack of concentration in the middle, bad touch. Liverpool considered. Yesterday against Newcastle too, it was him sleeping like somebody. And then, that's not the only bad thing about him. The yellow card, we talk about he could have been a red card, definitely. That was a second yellow card. But
it could have been given.
Nobody did not give it because of like the first yellow card, the nature of the first yellow card and stuff like that. But that was a second yellow card. The first yellow card, he should not have taken it. He should not have done that silly thing. That was silly. He did the same silly thing against Chelsea in the first game. He got the yellow card. This is his second yellow card this season. And both the yellow cards he got this season are for either time wasting or being silly. So he's not fouling somebody getting a yellow card. I don't mind those kind of yellow cards.
Just like,
and then he's not playing well. To add that on top of it, he's not playing well for the team. He's not defending well. He's making a lot of mistakes. So he should just focus on his football, try to improve himself. He has been promoted to be the vice captain of the team. I think he should,
lead by
even though I will give him credit for playing the 70 minutes of the game with a yellow card against Gordon, against Barnes, and then maintaining this school, he can do it. But so far this season, like I'm not impressed with what I've seen with him, to be honest. And I feel he's so relaxed. He don't have no competition on right back. Nobody's gonna put him off. Like there's no right back for England. There is Reece James. There is Kyle Walker. If he's not doing well for Liverpool, definitely England will not pick him. But at Liverpool, if he does well, if he doesn't do well, he will play because he's the only right back we have. So he's very comfortable in that position.
No, you continue. Don't worry. With England, I think that midfield role is open for him. That Southgate was trying. So even I believe that after the red card, I think that he played better with Trent. Like when he had the captain, like you said, it's not easy to play a yellow card the whole second half against 10-man Liverpool against Newcastle. It was not an easy thing. So that one I can give him props for calming himself, cooling, not going any rash tackles and anything. Because I don't know if you realize, Anthony Gordon, the goal he scored, Trent grabbed him. If Gordon had dropped, he would have had 2 red cards. Yes. With the Salah pass, the missed pass that he didn't control very well, he held Gordon's shirt. You could see it in the slow-mo. And Gordon had dropped, it was another red card. So, he just has to be careful.
And then realized I could get
he realized, he was like, he stopped. Exactly. He did that and he stopped. But me, I actually thought that this season Klopp would try something different with him. But I think they just kept him as a... When we're attacking, he moves to midfield. Defending, he comes back. So, but I would have preferred him in the midfield and we signed a right back. Me, I just had that vision, but I don't think
Okay, so
I don't think that will happen.
talk about Darwin, the man of the hour. This guy, the chaos factor. Do you think now is the right time to get him, or for FPL, or wait a bit until he's finally solidified in the team? Because he's making a case to be a starter, right? And that's what we want. Because you guys have so many attacking options, nobody knows who's going to start.
We have attacking options. This is the problem. Like with Darwin, it's not about goals. That's why, that's what I was talking about in the group the other time. It's not about the goals. We all know he's gonna have chances. If he plays, he's gonna score goals here and there, or he's gonna miss something because he's gonna have chances. He's that good when it comes to he's elite when it comes to getting into position to get chances to score.
Positioning.
But the problem is about finishing and stuff like this. How he, those kind of things. But when it comes to the Liverpool team, it's not about that. Like I give you an example. Firmino has been the key Liverpool player for 5 years or 6, 7 years. He has been the key Liverpool striker. He did not give us goals because he gave us other things that we wanted from him. And when it comes, club is a pressing team. Like our club's team is a pressing team, counter pressing, those kind of things. So you have to know how to take up those positions. It's kind of a synchronizing thing. It's like we used to call Firmino the orchestra, who will connect everything. When we are pressing, this one who starts the press, he do every little thing. So now we don't have that awareness, don't have that understanding to do those things. Jota have it better than him. Therefore, have it better than him. That's why in some games, especially now, Liverpool are trying to figure out their midfield, which is a new midfield. We have 3 midfielders, all new. We are not stable yet. So if you listen to the club's press conference after the game, he was telling you that we need the stability to accommodate this kind of thing. So it's not about the goals for Darwin. So I cannot say if you ask me if he will start against Aston Villa, I will say yes, he will start. Club will not dare bench him against Aston Villa after this performance. But that doesn't mean, because FPL is a long-term game, right? You have to think about the long term. You don't just bring Darwin to play for you this week and then you are done with Darwin. So if you want him for the Aston Villa fixture, I can tell you he will start. I'm confident he will start, but after that, I cannot tell you what's going to happen.
Okay. So let's move it along with the game week 4 fixtures. I think I'm gonna ask each one to choose a fixture that you think might be beneficial for FPL that we should focus on. Alfred, anyone jumps out to you?
With me, I'm looking at what do you call it? Let me see, Brentford. That Brentford fixture, because Brentford against Bournemouth. Bournemouth have not been doing that well. And with Mbeumo, I was thinking about removing him and Mitoma, but was playing a wild card. But I think that Brentford fixture, I think Mbeumo will bring the most points this week for some reason.
So
him or Salah, right? Because Salah needs to score. Him also, he needs to score. And Aston Villa have been doing well. They're making sign. I think they signed a new player, if I'm not wrong.
Aston Villa? Diaby? I only know of
Diaby. Is it Diaby, the striker?
Sure.
No. I think it's no. I think it's Diaby, if I'm not mistaken.
Diaby. They both Zaniolo too. Zaniolo.
That's it, Zaniolo. Yes, exactly. I saw that recently.
Okay.
But yes, I think hopefully we can get good points from Mbeumo this week against Bournemouth. That's the game I'm looking forward to.
Chama, I think you kind of
you exited now.
Yeah, I'm just figuring. I'm just trying to see the screen, seeing the fixtures. But anyways, because I'm using the phone, guys. So
it's switched again.
Should I leave and come back?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
We'll just continue.
Okay. Chama?
Yeah. For me, I think I like the Chelsea fixture, but Nottingham Forest has been a tough cookie so far this season to play against. But I like the Chelsea fixture. They did very well against, Luton. Now they have to follow that up. But generally, I think against West Ham, they played quite well, and then they lost the game. So that's the fixture that I'm targeting. That's why I'm tripling up on that. Oh, actually, Luton played their first home game this week. So let's see what happens with Luton. So West Ham will.
I think it's postponed. I don't think they're playing home again.
They postponed it.
Yes, I checked on was on live score, I saw the game was postponed again.
Oh.
If I'm not, I can double check it.
They're gonna have like a lot of double and triple game weeks.
Yeah, their stadium was not ready. I understand that their stadium was on a debate, so that's why they did not play against Burnley the second game week too. So if they're gonna not play this one too, it's gonna be very unfortunate.
It's gonna pile up.
But yeah, I would say Chelsea.
Yeah,
because I cannot go for I cannot go for Man City because I'm not having Haaland.
That's the one I'm going for right now. Yeah, I'm hoping Man City do well against Fulham. Fulham, they got their defensive midfielder back. What's his name again? And you guys were trying to go in for him. Paulina. I think he's the one that made the difference because the first game they were like really poor defensively, and I'm shocked that they kind of drew with Arsenal. I was thinking Arsenal were just going to run through Fulham, but it wasn't the case. Even though Fulham were one man down, Paulina was the one that actually scored the equalizer.
True.
Yeah, he's the one that scored the equalizer. So I think Man City is a different beast. Obviously, they can't score. Pereira is back. He scored a goal last game against Arsenal, so they can score. But I feel like Man City is going to be too much to handle for them. I am hoping that Haaland does a hat-trick or get the multiple points.
We need that hat-trick for sure.
The stage is set for either one of those attackers like Alvarez, Foden, or Haaland to actually have a really good game. So we'll see how it goes. So quickly moving along to your game week 4 team. Alfred, take us through.
Yes, but with this team, the team is the same from last week, to be honest, but I'm actually looking for some advice. Maybe, since you guys are all ahead of me, maybe you guys
barely in some cases. Barely.
Because I was really thinking about playing my wildcard this week. Because my team does not look that strong. I don't believe that I can get enough points this week because I have Gabriel, Joao Pedro, and Foden. But I think Foden will start. I think he should be able to start this week after providing the assist for that last goal. But a wild card might be coming this week from me. I can say that for sure.
I feel like
what triggered the wild card? What triggered the wild card? Like you have been players you don't have, or you don't feel confident in your team. What triggered it? Which side?
My midfield. To be honest, midfield and the defense. Because even with Estupiñán, I don't feel, because his fixtures coming up are not easy at all. The way he has Newcastle United, and then they have Bournemouth, and then they have Villa, Liverpool, City. And then there's good fixtures, but with the midfield, I want to just go for Sterling Maddison straight away in my midfield. Sterling Maddison, get Watkins up front. I was thinking about another striker instead of Joao Pedro. Salah is the mixed decision. I was thinking about taking him out, but with the fixtures we have coming up, hopefully we will see. We'll see this week because I'm still not 100% sure what my plan is.
The buyers will keep him in your team.
That's the thing. That's it. The Salah, you have to enjoy the game. If he scores, you enjoy the game even more because of FPL. That's how it works. That's my team.
I still feel like this team is good enough. You just need a few changes. But if you want to make 3 or 4 changes, then I think it's better to use the wildcard anyways. But if not,
because I took a -4 last week, but it was not very. I could keep it for one more week and see. It's still early. It's still early. I can't keep it for one more week.
Have you made a transfer yet?
This week, let me go to my transfers. No, I have one free transfer.
Yeah, because you weren't Stalin or what's his name? Or Madison.
So I can bring them straight in. I can, because Mitoma, I don't know his fixture against Newcastle. He can't score.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's a tough fixture. But if I do take out Mitoma, if I do remove Mitoma, and I get Sterling in my team, I still have 1.5 million in the bank.
Yeah, that's I think that's a good move to go. At least have the double Chelsea, and then the only issue I have maybe is your defense. Gabriel.
That was another problem.
That's another problem, and Joao Pedro up top. So because Alfred did not start the last 2 games, even though he played the first game quite well. And the coach is kind of adamant
And he
that
scored the first game also.
Yeah, he scored. But the thing is, just like I say about Darwin, the coach feels he's not ready for what he wants from him. It's not about his attacking input, what he brings, give him up for. But football-wise, how he understands the way Brighton like to play, he does not really get it 100%. That's why the coach is trying to, ease him in until he understands that aspect of the game before bringing him. So I don't expect him to start anytime soon. And Ferguson did very well when he came on. He did not score. They lost the game though.
Yes, he did.
But I don't know.
But yeah, so if I can make that one sub, the only issue, like you said, is the back mainly because Botman is injured, it seems. He has a yellow flag, 75% chance. Hopefully he will start. And Gabriel, because I will have to play a 4-5-1.
Yeah.
That's the way. And I think I will just, like you said, I think I will just do one sub this week, keep it till next week. I have money in the bank and see how things go. Maybe take a -4 next week, or if the team does well, we just keep it the same.
So your captain is Haaland. No doubts there.
Captain. Well, we'll see. It could change, maybe as a risk, but I think it's Haaland for now against.
If not Haaland, who? If not Haaland, who?
Who's the second option?
It has to be. If not Haaland, it will be Salah. That's for sure. Because Salah hasn't scored or like even on target. It's been a while, so hopefully he can just start shooting and score.
Salah has not blanked in his last 9 games. Did you know that he has scored or assisted in each of his last 9?
Yeah, that's no goals, assists. The last 3 games, I think he's assisted. All 3.
No, he scored the penalty. He scored the rebound penalty in game week 2.
He didn't score the penalty there. Don't tell me he scored the penalty because that minus. Let me tell you, that week I captained him. Okay,
but he scored more than
he was my captain.
So he
did, but he could have scored more. Why did he have to miss that penalty? It was really annoying. Really, that -2 was. It really gave a bad start to the FPL, but hopefully
he could have got more. He could have got more, to be honest.
Okay, so moving on to Chama, your team.
Who is my captain right now? Yeah. I went with still he lost his place last week. He did not play, and then Donna had to come in for me. But yeah, again, I'm gonna start with Steel because the goalkeeper did not do well. He first game and then you got today, so I will expect Steel to come back maybe. And then I have in defense, I have Trent, which he has been quite tough for me right now with Trent because he's not playing the way I want him to play. Stepina and Chilwell. Mr. Stalin, I brought in Stalin immediately after I saw the Chelsea game and I saw the positions he was taking, following up on what he did against West Ham. I said, yeah, he's the guy. I was looking for the third Chelsea option, so I decided to go with him. Foden, I'll keep him. He was still last week, so that's why he didn't play. Saka, Mbeumo, and Salah. Those are my midfield. And then up top, I went with Jackson and Visa. So yeah, my team is looking pretty solid, I feel. Of course, the Haaland is the thing that you will always be scared of. But yeah, as long as I can nail that captain who gets close to what he's getting, I don't care how many points he brings. Yeah, that's my team. Captain.
Do you think
it's not decided?
Do you think
Foden is your captain?
Right now it's on Visa, but I'm still thinking because I have Salah.
It's Mbeumo, right?
Okay. Mbeumo, sorry. I have Salah, I have Foden.
Not bad.
My 4 midfield options, except Saka, I can captain any one of them. The 4 midfield options. So I have to think. Yeah. I have to give a lot of thought, a bit of thought on that. Yes, Bruce, you were saying something.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you think Estupiñán is a better option this week than Saliba?
It's difficult. It's difficult. The reason I prefer Estupiñán is because of his attacking input. Estupiñán is also giving you attacking. But in terms of the difficulty of the fixture, I think both teams might concede. Saliba might concede, Estupiñán might, because Man United Arsenal is always goals, both teams scoring goals here and there. So yeah, that's what I think. But I think Estupiñán is the one I prefer because of the attacking input that he gives you, that Saliba does not give you. Yeah.
Okay. So last and not least,
it has been long, right?
Yeah, Onana, it's there. I would definitely like to, take him out, but not this week. Like, whatever I get, I can take. It's fine. I might even switch to Tona. You never know. Let's see how things go. And then I have at the back, I have Chilwell, Estupinian, and Guardiol. In midfield, I have Bruno Fernandes, Sterling, Rashford, Saka, and then Mitoma. Three of these guys play the same fixture. So let's hope there's a lot of goals to go around. So yeah, and then up top, I have Jackson and then Captain Haaland. I think I have not made any move yet. Oh, I only made one move. Sorry, Stalin came in for who did I even change? Somebody was here. Martinelli. Martinelli is the one that left my team. So
Okay.
I really want to own Mbomo this week. So if I'm going to make a change, it's going to be Mitoma for Mbomo. That's going to be the only because I had two free transfers, so I have one more pending. So I can because Brighton have tough fixtures anyway. So I think Mbomo is a better option to bring in this week. But Sterling I had to get in because we spoke about him in the past two episodes of the pod. But then we were like, oh yeah, Sterling is good, and then we move on to something else. And then when we saw him like really haul against Luton, it was like, man, we should have just gone with our gut and just bought him.
Could be a captain choice also, huh?
It could be, but I think Nottingham Forest is a better team than Luton, definitely. But yeah. You can't be.
You would expect Man City. You would expect Chelsea to score at least. Maybe Nottingham Forest can score on the other side.
Yeah,
but they will score also.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So guys, we have come to the end of the pod. I think we've discussed almost all. Yeah, we've discussed almost a lot of things. Anything that you forgot to point out? You forgot anything? You've covered a lot, right?
No, I think it's good. I think we have. But hopefully we'll have Alfred again. And
of course,
definitely.
Yes.
You're always welcome to join us, man, and record.
No problem.
Brainstorm.
Of course, it was good to have a little laugh also about the situations. Yeah, and also I have brought Sterling in just to let you guys know that's my sub for the week. Chama has convinced me.
That's good. So all three of us own Sterling right now. We hope he does.
Yeah, that's it.
He needs to do well.
Yeah. We're all Team Sterling. Yeah, that's it. Team Sterling.
Yeah. So thank you guys for supporting the pod. We are the Kotu Classic. Check out the Jollof Football Banter Bar on YouTube, and we have a lot more content there for you.